Hi there. My name is Melissa, and this is my pre-kindergarten English as a Second Language student case study. I would like you all to meet Harold. He's a 4-year-old Korean student learning English as a second language. He lives with his 2 parents and an older sister. He loves art time, and during playtime usually works with manipulatives such as blocks. He is a bit behind the rest of his students, partly because he joined late in the year. I would like to share some more information with you about Harold, and I would like to pose this question. How can we help Harold? He's my little space cadet. He is always staring off into space. He cannot for the life of him focus on anything in class. He needs all the instructions repeated just for him. He's perfectly capable of doing the work, but a teacher has to be sitting directly next to him and walking him through it to make sure that he stays on task. Additionally, he refuses to participate a lot in class. He likes to answer everything with no, 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 or just interrupt class with no, no, no. This is also problematic because he oftentimes does not finish his work, so when trying to pull him aside during playtime to help him complete his work, that is also met with no, no, no. Additionally, he has a negative effect on the students that are sitting next to him. He'll either play with them or talk with them and touching them, or they will also decide that they want to not participate with whatever the class is doing. The main contributing factor to this attitude, we feel, most likely stems from the home. Harold always arrives late. He often misses the first class entirely. He has never once done his homework. Additionally, he's often so tired that he nods off during the morning classes. But when I bring this to the attention of the head teacher, she calls the mother, and the mother never picks him up. She doesn't want to. Additionally, his older sister had interviewed to join our school but was not accepted. One, because her level was too low, but also because she had a poor attitude. Every answer was, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, with a tone that was not really conducive for a positive learning environment. When I spoke to the Korean staff, they were under the impression that the mother doesn't really discipline her children or ever tell them no. She just lets them do whatever they want at home, and so he brings those expectations to school. Harold produces objectively good and really creative artwork. I really enjoy the monsters and creations that he comes up with. As you can see from his classwork, he's perfectly capable of completing it, but oftentimes he gets so wrapped up in his pirate ships and his monsters and his pizzas and his whales that he loses focus and does not complete his work. We have already initiated a few strategies to help out Harold. A Korean teacher sits with him during phonics class, and I sit with him during review class to help him stay on task. 3 to 4 times a week, he's tutored by a Korean teacher so he can catch up in phonics, as his phonetic awareness is not caught up with his peers, and we've already moved on to the second book of short vowels. The first period class is usually only 20 minutes, whereas the second is 30. I've switched those 2 classes so that, one, we can place more emphasis on the more important subject of phonics, and also I can be assured that he'll be present for this second class, as he often misses the first one. Once a week, I've replaced the phonics class with an activity or a game, and the students all know at this point that when they do finish their phonics, they can play any of the literacy games or activities that I have provided on the side to give them a little bit of an incentive to stay on task. Additionally, all students are provided with a quarter of an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper on their desk that I tape on there every day, and that is their designated doodle whatever you want, whenever you want paper. Here it is an example of one of his doodle papers, which is, again, objectively pretty cool. He makes some really neat stuff, but it's a bit difficult sometimes to pull him away from his imaginative creations. So the question is, how can we help Harold? I want to help him to stay on task, to be able to focus better, and I'd really love it if he actually chose to participate and didn't have to be wrangled into it. Thank you for listening. I'm looking forward to your suggestions, and any and all feedback is greatly appreciated.